Dark Autumn, one of my favourites, real favourites, because we used a lot of my favourite actors and actresses. In fact, my favourite actor of all time, I've got to own up to this, when I was a very young actor, many moons ago, as the war clouds were rolling back across Europe, Alan Howard came into my life. I was at the RSC, and I'd seen him do every king that the man ever wrote. Every king, every prince, every nobleman, every big part Alan Howard had done. He's one of the mightiest and best actors I've ever seen this side Olivier. And I love the man this side adultery. And we were hugely fortunate to get him into this one.
We hear you're something of a hill walker, sir.
Yes, fresh air freak. Too many years behind the desk.
Is it the same walk each morning?
No. Sometimes I vary it.
And the distance?
6, 7 miles, sometimes 8.
That's a lot of miles, sir. Must mean you have to get up quite early.
I do.
I remember him arriving for a little read-through, a little rehearse with Dan Casey before, and I said to Dan Casey, this is the greatest actor you're going to see in your lifetime, son. And he looked like that as our man Alan started to rehearse, started to speak. And he had that kind of extraordinary delivery, which is enormously powerful and magnetic. And Daniel just looked at him and... In this one, he had to play a kind of nerd, a kind of guy with an anorak, who went around with a very small tape recorder, making recordings of his wife making love to someone else while he listened and made recordings of it and got some kind of thrill from replaying them back. And there is a scene when he explains or confesses what he did to me. And if we shot that once, we shot it 13 times, I could not sit still for laughing.
I only return early when my wife is entertaining. I like to listen.
It was even more funny because the wife, who was committing all these extraordinary acts of Congress all over the country, was Celia Imrie, whose delivery bespeaks English upper-class roadie. One of those jobs, you know? And the idea of her, taking her knickers off is very funny.
Do you think we should be doing this? With another murder in the village?
It'll, take our minds off it.
And I'm scared, Simon. Who's it going to happen to next?
No one. The police will sort it out. So don't you worry about it.
It's also lovely, too, for this particular episode, because it's one of the few opportunities in the series in which dear Dan, that Troy, almost falls in love. A community policewoman appears on the scene, and he takes a shine to her. And they find they both have an interest in dancing. Old-time ballroom dancing, no less. And there's the most beautifully shot sequence in which Barnaby observes Troy dancing with this young WPC in the parish hall. Barnaby is very jealous for some reason I'd rather not go into, but he looks on and sees these two beautiful young people dancing. It's a glorious and, yeah, lovely scene.